You guys, we have the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to Isa's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. And you guessed it, we're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra in this video. Now, as you may have noticed, we didn't even bother unboxing this phone because there's really not a lot in these boxes anymore. These are the thinner Samsung boxes. So we have the phone, paperwork, SIM eject tool, and the charging cord. So in this video, we're gonna go right into it. We're checking out what the cameras are for, what's so unique about this particular Ultra device. We're also, of course, doing a camera tour and some sample shots. Let's start. So like mentioned in my first S22 series video, this S22 Ultra really does feel like a Note versus an S series device. You have that great big screen which offers such a nice viewing experience on the phone, and it also wraps around just enough so that you feel that it's really very big and immersive. But on the other hand, it isn't too much that you'd worry about like accidentally touching the edges of the phone. And you know what they say about big screens on big phones? Well, you're gonna need bigger pockets. Let's just say this phone precariously peeks out of my pockets. I have the burgundy color, which a lot of people seem to like, though personally I'd go for the white one. It just looks so clean, and I feel like that would match with a whole lot of other outfits and color combinations. Of course, the main thing about the S22 Ultra is that this Ultra now comes with an S Pen built in. That means you're getting the same S Pen features that we all know and love, like note-taking on your phone, and it's still very satisfying. Samsung also claims that there's less latency this time around. And with the S Pen come my favorite S Pen feature, S Pen Selfies. Basically like the old S Pen, this can help you maneuver through your camera. So swiping up or down, all these gestures correspond to a certain thing. And this also means remote selfies. That's a 40 megapixel front-facing selfie camera on that punch hole up front, and it makes for some good-looking shots. Autofocus on that. And yes, this is being shot with the front-facing camera of the S22 Ultra. Personally, I'm a fan of the shooting situation because I find that it's such an easy way to get your own shots. And here's the deal, if you're specifically looking to get this shooting setup on a phone, the S22 Ultra is currently the best phone for it. That's because your other two options, if you want to do these S Pen selfies, are one, the Note 20 Ultra that came out 2 years ago, and this comes with an S Pen built into the phone, but it also reps a 10 megapixel 2-year-old camera. On the other hand, you can also opt for the S21 Ultra, that's last year's S series flagship. It has a 40 megapixel selfie camera, but it doesn't come with an S Pen or a slot to keep it in. On the back, that's a 108 megapixel main shooter, a 12 megapixel wide, and a dual 10 megapixel zoom camera situation. Yes, there are two telephoto cameras on the back, one with a 10 times optical zoom and a 100 times space zoom. Yes, those crazy zooms that everyone's been shooting the moon with. Okay, this is 4K 30 FPS wide, 1x, 3x, 10x, and it can do up until 20. Back to 1x. K can do 1x, up until 6x. Full HD 30 is the default resolution. This is wide, 1x, 3x, 10x. That is 20x on video. And then there's that 3 times optical zoom camera for better portraits. Okay, let me show you. This is what 3x on portrait looks like, and this is what 1x looks like. This, on the other hand, is what it looks like when you ask your boyfriend to move closer so that it is a tighter shot of you and it's a portrait shot. You see the difference? Right, camera tour time. Let's start off with photo. We have wide 1x, 3x, 10x up until 100x, and it has that super steady zoom feature which allow you to zoom in 100 times but have really nice not shaky photos. You have settings up top, you have flash settings, you have timer settings, you have size, you have motion photo, and also different filters. A my filters option, which is great because it sort of copies off like a look from already existing photos. So if you're someone who is curating a feed, that's a great feature. And then you have some beauty mode options. On the right, you have video, and if you've seen my hands-on video of all the new S22 devices, you would have seen me talk about this. Rear cameras can shoot 8K 24 FPS, and that only does 1x up until 6x. You can do 4K 60, and that does wide 1x, 3x, 10x up until 20x, and I've shown a couple of these samples earlier on in this video, and of course the default would be Full HD 30 FPS. Under more, you have a Pro mode, all those different settings, and yes, this allows you to shoot RAW. You have Pro Video. Again, you can use ultra wide, telephoto 3 times zoom, and then super telephoto 10 times zoom. You can also shoot, again, 8K, and you have all the different settings down here. You have the single take mode, which we've seen in other Samsung phones, and night mode that can do wide 1x, 3x, 10x up until 10x. You have a food mode. Ooh, look, you can move the focus area and you can take out the blur effect. You could also change the temperature. And can you zoom? Yes, up until 10x. You have a panorama mode. You have a super slow-mo mode. But as you can see, you have to record in really bright natural light for this mode to shoot nice video. And you also have a slow motion mode. There's a hyperlapse mode, portrait video. As you can see, my background has now been blurred and there are different like blur effects. This is the glitch effect, color point, and you can also do 1x, 3x, ooh, and that's about it. There's also a director's view mode, which we've seen this before, but basically it allows you preview so you know which cameras you'd want to use while shooting. So as you're recording, you can switch it around basically. Right, on the other side, we have a portrait mode. So that's 1x, defaults to 3x, no zoom. You can also change your blur effect strength and your different background blur settings, as you can see here. And then more settings. You also have flash settings, timer settings, size settings, and then your skin smoothness feature. Onto the selfie mode, you have of course a wide 1x, that's it. You can blur your background as well. There are settings, flash settings, timer, and then skin smoothness. On the right, a photo mode, wide 1x. You have your filters up here, a lot of them. You have my filters option, and then you also have a beauty mode, a more detailed one. Now, I've said this before, I'll say it again, use the beauty mode to enhance the real you. Use the beauty mode like makeup, not to change how you look, but to enhance how you look, yeah? And then you have video mode, and you can shoot up until 4K 60 FPS on video. You also have, ooh, auto framing mode, and then under more, which we've seen before. Right, now let's do some more sample shots. was our first look at the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if a camera vlog test or a social media test with this phone is something you'd like to see. Comment down below. That's it for today, you guys. Of course, it's just a first look, so also let me know if you want to be seeing a full review of this phone. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's isadoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And if you're curious about the other things that Samsung announced at their last Unpacked event, I have a whole video up. You can check it out up here and down below. That's it for today. Bye!